Sometimes the deepest wounds don't come from strangers, but from the one you trusted the most. This is my story. For almost 5 years, I was with Anton. At first, it felt like comfort, like stability. But as months turned into years, comfort became silence. Silence turned into distance, and distance became emptiness. We even talked about opening the relationship, pretending it could fix something. But deep down, I knew the love was gone. And then I met him. It was at a work party. Music was loud, people laughed, glasses clinked. And in the middle of it all, I noticed Igor. He wasn't the loudest or the most charming, but when his eyes met mine, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. A spark. We started talking about music, about books, about life. Half an hour later, I realized I was telling him things I'd never even told Anton. That night, I went home knowing my life had just changed. I couldn't lie anymore. I told Anton, I met someone. I'm leaving. There were no fights, no shouting, just silence. And the look of a man who already knew he had lost me months ago. With Igor, it wasn't about physical attraction at first. It was about connection, about finally being seen, about finally feeling alive. The first months with Igor were pure magic. Long walks along the river, late-night phone calls, laughter until sunrise. But then came the stories. He told me about his past, about Christina, the woman he had recently broken up with, about another woman before her, Carol, whom he had cheated on. He admitted it with regret. He said it was the old him. I wanted to believe him. I chose to believe him. Because when you're in love, you cling to hope. 10 months later, I asked the question I had been afraid to ask. Igor, have you always been honest with me? He froze. His face went pale. And then he confessed. Yes, he had slept with Christina. Not before me, not years ago, but after we had already started dating. The ground beneath me disappeared. My chest tightened, my world shattered in an instant. I wasn't his fresh start. I was just another chapter in the same old story. Nights turned into nightmares. I couldn't eat, couldn't sleep. I drank wine just to numb the pain. I asked myself the same question again and again. How did I become her? How did I become the other woman? He begged for forgiveness. He swore it was a mistake. He cried, he held my hands and said, I only want you. Please don't leave me. And against all reason, I stayed. We moved in together. I told myself it was a new chapter, a new beginning. But the apartment still smelled of her perfume. Her photos were gone, but her shadow was everywhere. And the worst part, she still wrote to him. Messages, calls, excuses. And he replied. Just about work, he said. Nothing personal, he said. But each vibration of his phone felt like a knife in my chest. I realized I wasn't living with Igor. I was living with Igor and the ghost of Christina. Every smile he gave me, I wondered if he had given her the same. Every word he whispered, I wondered if she had heard it too. I was tired of competing with a shadow. One night, I couldn't hold it anymore. I looked at him, straight in the eyes, and said, It's me or her. I can't do this anymore. Choose. Silence. He stared back at me, and for the first time, he looked scared. Scared not of losing her, scared of losing me. And that's where the story ends. For now. Because I don't know what he'll choose. I don't know if people can change. I don't know if love can truly survive betrayal. But I do know this. When someone breaks your trust once, they don't just betray your heart, they plant a seed of doubt that grows forever. So I'll ask you, what would you do? Would you give him another chance? Or would you walk away forever? Tell me in the comments.